Right. We can do... Purposely putting Saver off till later. Maybe I should just do it. And it can't be as bad as Chunky, right? Ghost, I think, could potentially be as bad. I don't know. Ghost is probably still easier than Chunky, honestly. I'm not necessarily in the mood to do a super hard run right now. Do something easier. Actually, you know what? I had completed a Gladiator run and it was pretty okay, but I was looking at another character that I think theoretically should just be an objectively better Gladiator, which is Knight. So I can't get Harvesting. I mean, I could, but it'd be very inefficient. And then the attack speed is... And the modifications are reduced by 50, but I think they're still worth potentially getting. I don't have to, though, but I can just stack armor and get a ton of damage, which I think is pretty good. Now, I did attempt, because I never really used some of these weapons like Hammer. I thought Hammer was pretty bad. Sword is probably okay. I mean, I think Medieval gives me armor, so it has that going for it. I could do Spiky Shield, which scales off armor, except I'm getting a lot of melee damage per armor, so I may as well just do something like Jousting Lance, for example, I think would be pretty good. We could do that. We're always going to be on the move. Jousting Lance is one of my more enjoyable weapons, I feel. Alright. Not feeling any of those. Luck is fine. Definitely lock the health. Definitely take Jousting Lance. I could lock armor. I mean, we want to stack it, right? Roll to try to find Lance. Nope, almost didn't lock it. Oh, and I guess another thing is I only have tier 2 items, which sounds good, but it actually is kind of weaker at the start because I have less of the weapon. Since they cost so much. Take armor whenever it comes. Yeah, don't even have enough to reroll here. That's fine though. I get 3 weapons. That's a-okay, considering they're all tier 2. I don't really have to be on the move this early when there's... Like I could stand still with these weapons right now and they're still gonna one-shot things. I guess we also do want to get speed if we're running Jousting Lances. I'm getting HP from an item, but I feel like, yeah, I guess we'll do luck then. Could flex in like one sword. It would be nice in some cases to just have that backup, but I don't think so here. I think we just take our health. I don't know that that was worth taking, but we'll just say it is. We could take this. Definitely want this. The way we're gonna... That is a good shot. The way that we're going to regen health is most likely consumables. Especially since we have attack speed nerf, we definitely don't want to rely on some sort of, you know, whatever you call it, lifesteal build. We can build super defensively since armor Gives us damage. We can also get dodge. We probably want to stack both, considering, why not, right? These luck upgrades, I guess I'll just keep taking. Harvesting would only give me 3, I believe, so we don't want that. Could just take % damage. Unless I think regen is something I want, which it is not, so... Let's take that. That. I guess we could take this. I only lose 1.5 attack speed. Nice. I'm pretty lucky here. And there you go. Now we have a regen. Absolutely. Could take range. Technically, it decreases our attack speed with melee, but what are you gonna do? Also means though with the extra range we're getting, once the enemies get to like a proper size, we're just going to be hitting way more enemies per swing, which I think is worth it. Not that Jousting Lance needs any range, but more so what it does is it allows me to take a lot of items that decrease range, which there are plenty of desirable items that decrease range. Probably one of the most, like, decreasing stats in the game. It really wants me to take range damage this game. Like, what the hell? Take damage, I guess. Speed. Spear is also really good. Alien Eyes eventually could be okay. I don't think I want any of these, though. Take Shitty Potion for sure. I don't know that I want to lose speed. I mean, I'm technically gaining damage from speed. But, I don't know. I think I'll find better sources of armor, is my thought. I also don't need crit chance. You just keep rolling here. We could take this. It does seem like HP regen is pretty doable here. This actually gives me 4 HP regen with no real downside. We can take that. We should take that, I think. We'll definitely take that. Alright, good round. HP here, I think. Take them all. This is still probably worth it. I get very little harvesting from it. So maybe it's not worth it. Yeah, none of these are worth it. Leather vest is definitely worth it. Metal's probably worth it. We're not really going to be building crit. Kind of annoying when all of the jousts go to one of those enemies. But I guess even manual aim's not going to help with that. It kind of is, actually. You can do a neutral manual aim, and all of your jousts will just go in a circle. Or like a starburst outward. But I don't think we want that. Maybe we do want that, I don't know. Like, aside from a few enemies in the game, it might actually be useful for me to do that. We definitely want some more max HP. Or some dodge. Whatever comes first. Definitely take... I think we could take this. I don't think I actually will take... It takes 10 hits for this to go back to 0 and more than 10 hits to be negative. I don't think we're going to take that many hits. Especially if I pump up dodge, which I do plan on eventually doing here. But it needs to give me, a reason to do it. Well, I have a reason to do it. It needs to give me the items or upgrades to do it. Metal's just so expensive, I feel. I don't know, it does give me some armor, some HP, some damage. We're dumping crit, so I think I still take it. Cyberball could be worth. I guess I'll take it. It'll pay for itself, I think. I don't know that I need the Cyberball. What it could do is allow me to get enemies that are outside my range, which could be the pesky. Think of those dudes that randomly aim around the map and just shoot bullets. Those are the main ones I want to kill that I might not be able to get to very easily. I don't know though, I'm pretty fast with a lot of damage and eventually theoretically decent tankiness. Right now my tankiness is not very good though, because I don't have max HP or dodge. One or the other. And eventually both. I think because we really don't want to get hit, I think dodge would actually be preferable if I want one or the other. That was a huge round. I don't think we want that. Wow, talk about useless shit. At least we got something useful at the end there. Speed is great, but I don't think I've gotten the 50% speed achievement yet, have I? I unlocked speedy, but does that even do it? Yeah, let's just do speed for now. If it was gonna give me that. Ooh, purple. Gambling token's such a bad way to get dodge, I feel. They are very fast. So I've given up 2 chances to increase my dodge. It probably is pretty greedy, but I don't know, I feel pretty powerful being able to zoom around like this. Max HP. Shitty potion. No, it's not shitty, it's great. Okay, adrenaline. We like that. Picking up some good stuff. Thunder. I've used this to pretty good effect, but I think we're just going to stick with full lance. Don't want to lose dodge. We could take baby elephant. Alright. Looking decent. About 100 damage per hit. One sec. This game really hurts my eyes, so I need to use, like, what do you call them? The, computer glasses. Definitely want that. Could take this. Need it. Don't need it, but I'll take it. Max HP over the armor here, I think. $39 damage each. This also could allow me to do damage, you know, outside. I think at this point I probably don't need much more armor. 21 armor is pretty good. Chameleon we definitely don't want. I could just take one more of these. I don't mind taking that just to get a little more speed, aka damage. Let's not get cocky on this elite. I usually throw builds like this when I try to kill the elites, because this guy could easily mess me up with that pattern. Alright, there we go. Now it's an easier pattern to deal with. Just survive. I'm not going to try to kill him. It's really hard with melee weapons, in my opinion, to kill elites and bosses. Just none of them are built for it. They're all just basically AoE machines. Alright, some dodge would be nice. Alright, we're at 50 speed. I think we've already got the achievement then, because nothing unlocked there. Guess we could take this. Don't need any more bags. I don't know if any melee weapons exist in this form, but it'd be interesting if they did, just to differentiate them a bit. Would be like, you know, all of these melee weapons basically pierce through all enemies, but maybe if some didn't, that could make sense as some actual single target viable melee weapons. Might give some of the lesser used ones reason to exist, like stone, for example. Which just seems horrible. Or even that heavy mallet or whatever it is. I guess I should take those. Technically, any tier 1 gives me armor, or it gives me regen. Told you we lose range. I wouldn't mind replenishing the range a little bit. It's probably unnecessary though. This elite's not quite as bad as long as I don't... Okay, I need to kill these. These are the guys I'm talking about. The guys that run around the map aimlessly shooting bullets. We have to take them out. So, if too many of them get on the screen, it's GG easily. I definitely outrun that ring. So many of these fucking guys. It's gonna be more than that. Alright, we get through it. Should be the last elite. We should win. Just need survivability at this point. I didn't earn much money there, did I? Rip and Tear would be really good. Coupon is not even going to save me money at this point, I don't think. I guess maybe it will. Alright, 50 material. We'll remember that and check it at the end. Be nice to get some attack speed. Take the armor, I guess. There's a way to get range. That coupon is no way that one's worth it. Right? And it does, so I'm only saving 1 material and even buying it. Oh, I've saved 20 so far. I guess I'll take it. Take. Poke. These tanks must have thousands of health. It's like they're just like not going down even when I'm doing 150 a hit or whatever. Come on, I have 79 luck. Give me something better. Fuck it, I'll get a slight amount of attack speed, I guess. so much. I'm just re-rolling to find something halfway decent. Whatever. Not, we'd earned like nothing there. What? A fucking third elite? What the hell? The way I build, I usually don't like to see elites. I would much rather see a horde. Or maybe that's just, I don't know. I mean, technically, if I could kill an elite, I can get a red item. Which technically minuses me on 2 regen right now for what it's worth. I don't think that should factor in much, though. I gotta kill these bullet guys. I still think the risk is not worth the reward here for me to try to kill this elite when I can just, I know I can win the game. If I just don't get in there and risk getting blasted from 100 to 0. Which is unfortunately always the case, no matter how much dodge, health, or armor you have, I've noticed. Even with 32% dodge, 31 armor, which is how much reduction? 67%. It just kind of amounts to nothing. You're still butter at the end of the day. I think I will just take the gambling token, settle for what it's giving me, which is not much. Lose some range for damage. I don't even know. At this point, I think we're not going to kill a boss. We're not going to kill tanks. 12% damage doesn't change anything. I just want even this I don't know that I want. I don't want to lose 80 range. It's a ton of range. I'll take this though. Take that. It's kind of funny how even with only tier, you know, I have 80 luck or whatever. 79 luck. Even with only finding, you know, tier 1 items aren't even allowed to show up in my shops. This is wave 18 here and I've only found now my 2nd red lance. Kind of ridiculous, honestly. Considering how many times I've re-rolled. I've spent so much money on re-rolls, but yeah, just that's how it goes sometimes. Obviously we don't need it, because honestly, upgrading it only seems to account for about 10 damage here, if you look at the numbers. From purple to red. Third red. This could account for some damage. I don't know, it's just not going to help me with survivability though. 2 more waves. I don't have to worry too much about stuff. I will have to definitely focus on not taking a lot of damage in the final fight. If I somehow low roll and don't get many plants on the screen, because I don't have any of the tree items, we could die if I take a few unnecessary hits and dodge doesn't proc. Yeah, I guess we should take that. Doesn't really do anything for us, but it doesn't hurt us either. Guess I'll just take speed. Alright, 1 more round. We just need much defense as possible. Looks like that's all we're gonna get. Keep our distance. Just gotta survive for 90 seconds. Oops. For some reason I was thinking that that thing wouldn't actually expand out to the end of the map there. A little misleading, but that is how it works. Luckily we dodged it anyway. I would say this character is really strong because in my opinion, maybe others disagree, but in my opinion this has been a very low roll run, all things considered, on what I've found. Like I have found really not many items or even the weapons that I'd be looking for. Well, I mean, I think as we've said, probably having all red jousting lances wouldn't be that much of a difference in this run, but for what it's worth, we didn't get many jousting lances actually offered past the start. We got a lot at the start, but, you know, toward the end, not really. And, just, you know, we didn't see a lot of other items that I would like to see, like a tardigrade, hardly any red items, and the red items that were offered didn't really fit our build at all. None of the super good armor items. We just picked up a bunch of the mediocre to okay low tier ones. Got a bunch of speed, but yeah, and then we won very handily, so I would say that character's quite strong. So they saved 129 and I paid 99 for them. Marginally worth it. But I could have also just re-rolled instead, which probably would have been better, in my opinion. So I don't think those late coupons are worth it. Yeah, it's like, this is a red item. Does it really do that much for us? It's just 10% damage and 10 range and like -3 attack speed. Functionally. Actually, it's -2 HP regen, so it's arguably not even worth it because I have that other item. But I wasn't really relying on... we actually never got our regen. Like, 11 regen doesn't really do anything. Rip and Tear, I guess, is good. Did 27k damage. Like, these things are okay for what they are. I guess Adrenaline's pretty decent. It recovered 95 HP. There's little things here and there, like the metal plate's decent for what we're looking for, so we got a bunch of them. Mastery's decent. The fairy is theoretically pretty good. It just didn't actually pop off that much here. It was like uncharacteristic of me to have so few tier 1 items. It's just the tier 2 items that are offering were hard for me to resist. So, I mean, I wasn't like a massively low roll run, but it definitely wasn't a high roll run in my opinion. You know, there's a lot of other stuff we could have got, and it was very easy, so I'd say this is a pretty good character. Plasma Sledgehammer. That is a lot of damage. %25% chance to explode on hit. That would have been good for the Artificer, maybe. Would it? And it wouldn't be any different than a plank, actually. Probably worse, because it's probably slower. But for a melee build that's flexing elemental, so like some of those characters, maybe a generalist or something, could be pretty good. Well, anyway, as always, thanks for watching, and until next time, peace. And by the way, Chunky sucks.